Welcome to my playthrough of Atom RPG, post-apocalyptic indie game for Android.
(1986), the year our world turned to ashes. The atomic flame, unleashed by the leaders of the East and West, like a genie from his bottle, circled the globe in a mere minutes and devoured it to the bone. Without sparing neither the innocent nor the guilty, without naming a victor to the bloody war, a nuclear blaze destroyed everything in its path, including the reasons for the conflict that sent the remnants of humanity back into the Dark Ages, back into the primeval state with no government, no technology, no culture, and no morals. 2005. 19 years have passed from the day of the Great Purge. Both once glorious empires and their loyalists now lie in ruins. However, amidst these ruins, new civilizations start to rise up to the unforgiving sun. From the rusted, radioactive derelict of the old world, new entered states, both brave and wild, emerge to join the never-ending battle for the right to exist on the planet, mutilated beyond recognition by the flames of apocalypse.
Nice little video of that.
Города, где я бывал, по которым тосковал, незнакомы от стен и до крыш.
One of my favourite games of all time, and I am not exaggerating. This is an indie game created by Atom Team. They've created a couple of games officially now. They've got Atom RPG. They've also got a standalone game called Trudegrad, which is a story expansion to Atom RPG, which is also really good. Completely different in its approach to Atom RPG. This is more of an open world experience, and Trudograd's a bit more, I wouldn't say it's linear, it's still got like a full open map, world map, kind of, it's a map of the city of Trudograd, but yeah, it's more point to point. You still get the same game mechanics throughout, few added. It's really well worth the look if you're into your old CRPG style games. These two games are brilliant, and also they've got a new one called Swordhaven Iron Conspiracy for the PC. You can get it on Steam. I think I've got it on GOG, and that's also very good, but I've not started playing it yet properly. I've had a quick blitz around the opening few areas. You've reached the first town, and yeah, it looks really promising so far. I think they're really good. So if you get the chance, yeah, check out Atom RPG, Trudegrad, and also Swordhaven Iron Conspiracy. They're really top quality old school RPGs. So we're going to start a new game. I have played this multiple times, but I've never played it on hard mode. So that's the first thing we'll do. Survival, permadeath. Ooh, let's have a look at that. I normally do normal. Progress is saved only by exiting to the main menu. We've got permadeath. I don't think I'm quite ready for that. Might do an extra series of permadeath playthrough. Might last about 20 minutes. So we're on expert. Yeah, we're on expert. We're gonna go for army. Army action hero. Action hero is green military jacket. Oh, of course. Action hero is sleeveless shirt and army pants. Best choice for an action That's your like camouflage top and bottoms. Good old sweater with reindeer decorations and thick reindeer. You know what? While it's near Christmas, we're going to wear that. Right hand. Andrew, as in Android. Playthrough. That'll do. I'm going to call him Andrew. I usually go with this face here. I don't know if I can change that. Can't tell. So we've got 31 health, 7 action points, 12 dodge, carry weight of 48 kilograms, melee damage 1, that'll be changing soon because I do like a melee character. I like martial arts skill in particular. Skill points per level 15, rad resistance 15, tox resistance 20, sequence 10, regeneration 25, and a chance of a critical hit is 6%. But that will change very soon. So first we'll set, we've got strength, endurance, dexterity, intellect, attention, personality, and luck. Strength governs maximum carry weight, intimidation in dialogues, melee and unarmed damage, and slightly affects maximum health. I do like the strength skill quite a bit. Put it up to 7, and then later on when we select, I think it's abilities, these are characteristics. I think abilities, you get like 2 different perks, and they come with a set of perks and sometimes drawbacks. But a lot of the times the perks will be something like +2 strength, -1 luck, like as in a perk and then a drawback. So I can boost the strength. Endurance, total maximum health, resistance against negative effects, and the survival skill all depend on endurance. So we'll do that on a 7 for now. This can all be changed in retrospect as well, so if you do give this game a go for the first time, don't stress about this process. Governs your combat dexterity, governs your combat speed, chance to dodge blows, and accuracy in melee, as well as lockpicking and theft. Chance to dodge blows, combat speed. That's another skill that I could use. Intellect affects the number of skill points allocated on level up and opens new dialogue options. Attention governs accuracy in range combat. We don't want that. Put it on 4. I know you can boost that by 1 if you get yourself a pair of glasses. So 5's serviceable. So we'll do 4 on that one, just in case. Because I do a martial arts character. I like to have a sidearm at some point, eventually. They do come in useful. And as long as I can use grenades as well. It's a nice little combo. Personality affects speechcraft and barter skills, as well as general reactions to the player. I'll keep that on 5. I'll drop the luck down to 4. Not too bothered about luck. Dexterity can go up to 6. -3. Does that mean I have 3 more I can pick? Yeah, it does. 7. Intellect 6. Strength. Well, 7, 7, 7, 6, 4, 5, 4. No, I don't want to start. I've done it all wrong. I've done it all wrong. Right. Skip. I pressed the wrong button, so let's start that again. So I'm going to have to start again. which is fine. Pretty quick process now that I know what I'm doing. 7, 7, 7, 6. I do apologise. Expert. Andrew. What was that? Traveller. Right, I've got to back out and not press OK. So 7, 7, 7. Oh, look. Down to 4. 7, 7, 7, 6, 4, 5, 4. That was it. It's back. Skills. So I do like my martial arts. And we want speechcraft's always handy. So martial arts, this skill governs your ability to kick and punch during combat. Melee weapons is knives, axes and shivs. Pistols and SMG governs your ability to hand small firearms like pistols and submachine guns. Rifles and shotguns covers rifles and shotguns. Automatic firearms, assault rifles, machine guns. Throwing weapons, ability to throw knives and grenades in combat, and also has effectiveness with crossbows as well. I've never found a decent crossbow that I like, because you shoot one bolt and then you have to reload, which takes up action points. Speechcraft, your ability to influence others with words. Speech also helps you to avoid fights with bandits on the global map. That's handy. Barter represents your trading ability and will sometimes allow you to get discounts when bartering. Not too bothered about barter. Gambling, your skill at games of chance. Special dialogue options with other gamblers as well. I've never actually beefed my gambling startup either. Your skill at surviving the hardships is survival. Hardships of the wasteland helps you locate points of interest during your travels, avoid combat on the global map, and travel faster. First aid. Skill at treating minor injuries also reduces the chance of suffering negative traits such as alcoholism, drug addiction, etc. Stealth, the ability to go unnoticed and steal people's possessions. Lockpicking, the ability to successfully open locks without a key. That can be handy sometimes. Depends on what you get. Depends what's in the actual container, doesn't it? Pickpocket, the ability to filch directly from the pockets of your fellow wasteland dwellers. Technology measures both your understanding and ability to use pre-war technology. I'll bump that up because that can be a hindrance if you don't know it. Tinkering governs your ability to create homemade items and equipment to aid you in your journey. Never been much of a tinkerer either. And I don't think I'm going to start now. Speechcraft. Oh, throwing weapons. I'll put some throwing weapons up there. But mainly, I'm going to just do them to 40 as well. Pistols and SMG. Its traits. This is where it all switches up. You've got cannibal. For reasons unknown, you have cannibalistic tendencies. And there is absolutely nothing okay about that. You can harvest meat from slain humans. Plus 15 to survival. But your personality suffers a 2-point deficit. Which makes perfect fucking sense. Glutton, the pangs of hunger hit you harder than your skinnier brethren, but your huge paunch offers additional protection from danger. Plus 2 endurance, and hunger hits you twice as fast. That is a no-brainer. Unlucky optimist, you're unlucky most of the time, but when Lady Luck does take a shine to you, it's blinding. Critical hit damage up. Plus 2 endurance, minus 5 critical chance, minus 1 luck. So that's a 1-point. See, what you can do is you can take these points and these deficits and you can redistribute them. You can press back and go back onto your characteristics and then redistribute the points. So that's what we'll do. Cursed Sniper. An old gypsy cursed you for shooting her pet crow. +2 attention. +10 to aim shot chance. -2 luck. -7 sequence. And -10 to ordinary shot chance. So take the attention and luck out of the equation, because like I say, we can rejig the characteristic points. So all you're getting there really is +10 to aim shot chance, -7 sequence, and then -10 to ordinary shot chance. I'd say that's a deficit that's not worth it. Lucky one. You've always breezed through life without even trying. This has its downside. +3 luck, +2 personality. That's already 5 points added. +15 speechcraft. -1 endurance. -10 to all skills except speechcraft and gambling. That is highly tempting. Morphine Doctor, you're a drug addicted intellectual. +1 intellect, +10 first aid, and +50% addiction chance. Don't fancy that. Sex appeal, you are drop dead crazy gorgeous. The opposite sex has the yayas for you, but your own gender tends to be hostile. +2 personality and +15 barter with the opposite gender. -2 personality and -15 barter with your own gender. So depending on the situation, yeah, it's either a positive or a negative. I do not fancy that either. Got a few left. Hobby engineer, you always love to tinker. Sadly, spending so much time on this hobby in poorly lit rooms was bad for your eyesight. You start off with basic crafting recipes, +20 tinkering and technology, -1 attention, and -1 personality. I've never been a tinkerer, so I don't want the 2-point loss on that one. Shooting gallery fan. You used to spend all your spare time at the shooting gallery, where you tried out all sorts of weapons. This, however, was at the expense of any kind of physical training. So you get +15 to gun-related skills and +5 to sequence, -15 to martial arts, -15 to melee weapons, and -1 endurance. No thank you. Goes completely against my play style. Leader. You've always been a natural leader. Too bad people need so much leading, eh? For every follower you get, +7 speechcraft, +5 first aid, +5 barter, -1 attention, -1 dexterity, and followers get +1 dexterity, +1 endurance. That's quite a good perk. But I will not, because I don't want to. There's a chance of getting 4 followers, and I don't want -8 overall. That's how it works, isn't it? For every follower, you get -1 attention and -1 dexterity. So you're losing 8 points overall, but your followers get 1 each. Nah, doesn't add up. Lone Wolf, you're much happier on your own. A bunch of chatty sidekicks are nothing but a burden. When alone, +2 attention, +5 sequence, +10 kilos to carry weight. When accompanied, -2 attention, -20 survival, -7 sequence. Child prodigy, you were always way ahead of your peers as a child, but now you struggle to learn new things. +1 intellect, +1 personality, +1 attention. Very good indeed, but the -50 EXP gain would be absolute nightmare, especially on expert mode, where you earn less experience anyway, so that's a definite no-go on this playthrough. I have taken that before. You have to do a lot more grinding to get where you want to go. So it's not the best one at the best of times. Diplomat, you're a fearless public speaker and always prefer a peaceful solution. This is reflected in your terrible fighting skills. Not for me. +3 personality, +20 speechcraft, -1 strength, -3 sequence, and -10 to for all combat skills. Thank you. Ascetic. You don't need to carry a bunch of junk around with you when you know how to survive. It takes twice as long to get hungry. Plus 10 to survival. Minus 1 to strength. Minus 7 carry weight. Savage hunter. You love to lose yourself in the hunt. So much that you never got into the habit of bathing or shaving regularly. Plus 35 to damage to animals. You can skin animals without a knife, which, yeah, it's not really a perk because just get a knife. Simple, job done. Plus 35 damage to animals is quite good. Just depends on how many animals I'm going to end up coming across. You don't see too many animals, trying to take over the world, so, you only tend to find them in certain areas. Minus 2 personality, minus 15 carry weight. Circus education. An old carney tutored you in this nefarious craft. Plus 1 dexterity. Plus 10 stealth. Plus 3 dodge. Plus 10 lockpicking and pickpocket. Minus 20 carry weight and minus 7 sequence. So that'd be good for a stealthy character or a thief. Hey, there's a lot going on here. Slick dealer. Money rules the world and you'll make a bargain with the devil himself if it meant turning a profit. So you get 2 points on that one. Personality and attention. Plus 10 to barter. Plus 10 to speechcraft. Minus 5 sequence. Minus 1 strength. Minus 10 carry weight. Black belt. You were a martial arts enthusiast from an early age but never liked firearms. Plus 1 endurance. Plus 15 martial arts. Plus 15 melee weapons. Plus 5 to dodge. Your pistols, SMGs, rifles and shotguns, and automatic firearms suffer 20 points. That's a good one. I've had that one before, but I'm not having it this time. I think I've already decided which one I'm having. Anabolics fan. You use weird chems to enhance your muscle growth and it shows. Plus 2 strength, plus 20 kilogram carry weight, but you lose 1 on intellect. Get minus 8 dodge, minus 5 radiation and toxic resistance. And the technophobe. You've never liked crafting or technology. Why go to the fuss of using a tractor when a shovel will do the job? Plus 1 strength, plus 1 endurance, so you get 2 points on top. Minus 30 technology, minus 30 crafting, no start crafting recipes. I've had that one before as well. But it's not for me. There was a really good one. It gave me 5 full points. Or was it 4? Might have been plus 5 and then minus 1 somewhere else. Let's have a look. This one. So you get 4 points on top. So when I go back to characteristics, I can redistribute them points elsewhere. I'm not too bothered about luck. I'll get 3 points there. Personality can go down to 6 for me. I'm quite happy with that. So I'll get strength. 1 more on intellect. 1 more dexterity. Attention can stay at 4. You can boost that with an item, like I said before. And I'm going to put the next one on. I'm going to put it on endurance. Or am I? Yes, endurance will do. Press start. We're ready to go. You have a peculiar dream. Red stars glow in the sky, and giant mushrooms rise to the heavens as horned shadows dance at the edge of an ancient forest. Suddenly, darkness falls. The images are eclipsed within a black void as it surrounds you. As it billows closer and closer, like an impenetrable smoke, as it rubs against your body like a cat, it is soothing, calming, before devouring you. Ah! You swallow your thick lump of saliva and look around frantically. You see nothing unusual. You're in the barracks for agents about to be deployed on field work. A man is standing near you. He looks worried. Having nightmares, huh, Cadet? Cadet Andrew? Even yesterday's storm didn't wake you up. Right. Take all the rest you can before the mission. That's the idea. Who are you again? Agent Alf, of the Honey Eaters Brigade. The lead has asked me to watch over you until your departure to make sure everything's A-okay. Where am I? Can't tell. Guess I overslept. You're pulling my leg. This is ground level Atom HQ. Let me guess. Next you're going to ask what year it is, and what sort of a war we had 20 years ago. Actually, yes, I do want to know what year this is. You sure you didn't take something to help you sleep last night, comrade? Crackhead. It's 2005. Don't scare me like that. Okay, so what should we do now? First, get some food into your system. There are some biscuits on the table. Then we'll think about what to do with you next. We still have some time before this briefing starts. Yeah, eating something might actually do the trick. That's the spirit. Knock yourself out on those biscuits. No soup for you though. You slept straight through serving time in the mess hall. Honestly, not a huge loss. Between you and me, it was pretty crap. So I'll get a hold of my faculties. There is a biscuit on the table. Turn on item highlight to highlight it. Tap on the biscuit to pick it up. So confirm. So, where is item highlight? There it is. I've moved everything around so that there's more space on screen. Item highlights down here to the bottom left. It's usually on the left hand side of the screen. It's a lot bigger normally. But I've done my I've done a bit of customizing of the UI. So there's the biscuit on the table, so we'll take that. You picked up the biscuit. Tap on the digital assistant screen and open your inventory. So I think the digital assistant is the thing in the top right that says hunger. When you tap inventory, pull the biscuit onto the character to eat it. Just basic drag and drop onto the portrait. Andrew healed 1 health points. It's not about the healing, it's about the hunger. And hunger has an effect on you in this game. You get hungry, you become weak. Let's get out of the barracks first. Go on. What I've also done, which I'm going to have to get used to, is I have I've gotten rid of the on-screen controls. Normally there's a left stick and a right stick. You yawn as you enter the room and stop before the closed door. The agent scratches his unshaven neck. Wasteland habits never die. Whenever I get under a roof or shelter, I always attempt to barricade myself in. Like with this door, for example. I locked it on instinct. Never even bothered to remember where I stashed the key. Can you take a quick look around for it? You're a weird fella, aren't you? Hold on, I'll see if I can find it. So, yes, better be careful when I'm... What I do, I use 2 fingers. I've never done it this way. Use 2 fingers to spin. And then you can drag around as well. 2 closed fingers. Oh no, but if I do that, it zooms in. But I've got to pinch to zoom out, and I've got to do the old opposite, like where I separate my fingers to zoom in. Tap on a container. We'll take the coin. Why not? Look on the shelves. We'll take what we can. Nothing in there, or is there? Spoon and a sharpening stone. Rope and a waste paper. It'll take some time to get used to this control scheme without the actual on-screen controls. There's the barracks key. Open the inventory and drag the key into slot 1 as shown on the image. So that's like your left and right hand. It's a lot like Fallout in that sense. You've got 2 slots. This will make your character take the key into his hand. After that, tap on the door and the character will automatically use the key on it. So inventory again. Take the key, pop it in there. I think one of them's your hand, one of them's your feet, really, rather than left and right hand. Because in melee you have 2 basic attacks. You have, when you're unarmed, you've got hand strikes and you've got leg strikes. Let's tap on the door. Let's get out of here. You take a deep breath. The air of the assembly field is filled with the stench of machine oil and soldier sweat. Today, only you and your colleagues stand here. I'll be honest with you, Andrew. The wastes are no joke. You need to be prepared. Are you ready to do some training exercises before the briefing? Now, I have never done these training exercises in my life. And I'm not going to. I think I've watched quite a few first episodes of playthroughs of this game, and they all do the training exercise. I'm going to play it the way I normally play it. That'll be for every single game that I come across. And if I come across a game where it's a new experience, I will play it just the way I'd play it if it was my first time anyway, except I'll just be chatting along with it. So I'm going to say it's not my first time. I'll cope, because we will. It's just I've got a feeling it's just going to basically show me how to battle, how to equip weapons, and maybe how to reload guns. But I'll explain all that when we get to it. That's what you all say, but if that's how you feel, I'll just follow you to the briefing. You head for the main bunker of Atom, where you'll be briefed on your first mission. So listen to the briefing and venture forth towards your destiny.
Atom, a branch of the Soviet Army created long before the war, caused by the imperialist conquerors. Our mission does not end in gathering pre-war technology and reviving our Soviet motherland. We also strive to reach the pre-war quality of life for all. To realize those goals, we often send search expeditions into the wasteland. Not long ago, one of such expeditions, led by General Morozov, lost all contact with the base. Our human resources are limited. Therefore, the standard procedure is to send out but a few agents to investigate this problem. You are one of the chosen for this mission. General Morozov's troops had an important quest to locate, control, and study a secret bunker. Bunker 317. According to our data, it is located near the village Otradnoye. To successfully complete your mission, we recommend you to contact our agent in the city of Krasnoznamenye, codename Fidel. He's hiding in plain sight as a barkeep in the outskirts of the city, so apart from physical aid, he can offer you informational support as well. You will learn the password needed to contact our agent from the envelope. Destroy it upon reading. And remember, your mission is to gather intelligence on the disappearance of Morozov and his troops. No heroics. The wastes are a dangerous place. Good luck, Cadet, and let there be Atom.
What a nice night we're having. So calm. Nothing can go wrong, surely. Yeah, everything's... Oh, wait a minute. What's that? Rustling sound. Could it possibly be? 5 fucking bastards. A well-built man in his 30s emerges from the uneven shadows dancing around your campfire. He's dressed in a musky khaki uniform. Well, 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 what do we have here? Hope I'm not bothering you, comrade. The man stops before you and rubs his hands as if to warm himself, or to show off a formidable set of brass knuckles on his left hand. You look like a tourist, man. Nice tent, clean clothes, without holes or tears, and so much other stuff. The man who whistles at your equipment always like... I don't know. Kind of, maybe? Like... I don't... Don't ask. I can't imagine what kind of whistle it is. Like as in, like, that's some impressive shit. But I can't picture in my head how that whistle goes. I've heard it in movies. Anyway, continue. It must be difficult carrying such a load of stuff around. Hint, hint. The stranger's face breaks into an ominous smile. You know, me and my pals could help you. Well, not for free, of course, but for a very reasonable price. What say you? You finally notice 4 other figures standing at the edge of the firelight. That took a fucking while. They all walked towards me at the same time. If you still had any doubt about what's transpiring now, it's painfully clear. You're about to get robbed. You chose the wrong victim, mate. I've been trained to deal with hostile locals. I was hoping this wouldn't get ugly. But what can you do? Get him, boys! So... I don't think I'm going to survive either way. Change. So the 1 and the 2 that at the bottom left near the... See the radar that's going on and off in the bottom left? The button next to it with the 1, the 2 and the arrows pointing both ways. That switches between melee fists and melee feet, or whatever weapon or item you've got in each slot. I don't think I'm going to cause much damage here, but let's see how I go. 1 kick. So that kick takes 4 AP. I think I started off with 9 AP. And I've got 5 left. I'm going to get knocked out now. Take the loot, man. We got ourselves a good catch tonight. Of course, yeah. Oh, my head. Those assholes robbed me blind. Or maybe they left me something. Maybe they did. Turn on the radar. Let's see what's been left. So they've left me an empty canteen, which I keep missing. There we go. Let's have a look in the tent. Nothing. What's around here? We've got a little encampment. Abandoned encampment down there. I think that's everything around the I mean, having played this a few times, there is still room for surprises. I've certainly not learned everything about the game. I'm going to pick every little bit of junk up that I can find as well. Let's zoom in. Grab the brick. Oh. And we've got a box over here. I do believe I need to unlock. So if you hold on to the container, press it down and hold it, you get options, you get use, you get information, that'll just tell me it's a box. use, it'll basically try and open it without any kind of special treatment. Whereas I need to unlock this one. So if it's a locked case, it'll just say use. But if it's an unlocked case, it'll just say use. But if it's locked like this one, it'll give you the option to unlock. So we'll give it a try. I might not have the skills, but other than that, just try again. It's a lot like Morrowind in that sense. You can just keep on trying. Electrical tape. Definitely coming useful at some point. All this junk will at this stage of the game. We've got a log. See, mate. I'm not sure if I'm keen with having no button to zoom in. What was that? A brick? One on its side, two on the end, stood up on end. Another brick. You'll only get a few rubles for this, but a few rubles at this stage of the game is worth 100 later on. Sorry about the quality of the FMVs. It's an anomaly of the Android version. That's the village of Otradnoy. Is that how I pronounce it? Otradnoy. So here we are. The village of Otradnoy. Nice little starter village. One that we will venture into on the next episode. We'll get to know the locals, get a few starter missions, find as much junk as we can, because no junk is actual junk in the wastelands. We'll find some valuables and we'll make good use of them. Until next time, take care, and I will see you soon. Bye. Thank you for watching as well. I do appreciate. Yeah, I'll be back with the next episode as soon as I can. I'm going to aim to do one a day. I've got my old other playthrough as well, which is Pain by Just Stezzy, and I was doing about 3 episodes a day of that. But I think that's a bit overkill. I don't think it's good for the quality of the actual playthrough either, doing so many. I tended to do maybe 1 or 2 to begin with in the day, and then I'd do one late at night and my energy levels would be low and I'd not quite be on top form. So I'm going to just try and do 1 a day, try and make it a bit more focused, and hopefully you'll enjoy it, enjoy the results. But if you've been watching, I do appreciate it. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time. Take care. See ya.